Hi, I'm Ryan Cabinte, and I am the Associate Dean of the MBA and MPA dual degree programs at Presidio Graduate School, and I also teach the course called Market Failure in the Regulatory Environment. Market Failure in the Regulatory Environment is designed to help MBA students understand the relationship between business and government. A regulation can crash your business, and it can scale your business, and so it's to your benefit, even if you're just interested in firm-level profits, to understand that relationship and use it to your advantage. Business students are increasingly concerned with social environmental impact, and if you're trying to use business as a way to get at those outcomes, you're going to have to understand regulation and how regulation affects businesses' ability to make a social or environmental impact. This class can give them a big strategic advantage if those are the things that they care about. In order to understand the regulatory environment from a business point of view, I like to give the students a toolbox of concepts that they can use to interpret the environment. The main tool in the toolbox is market failure, of course, because it's what policy analysts use the most to determine when regulatory intervention is necessary. There are lots of moving parts in that concept, like imperfect information, transaction costs, negative externalities, that are really useful for business people to understand when they're interacting with the regulatory environment. We also take a look at political economy ideas, most notably the moral limits of markets and public choice theory, because it rounds out the understanding for the students of how government and business are interplaying and how we get the regulations we actually end up with, which sometimes don't really make a lot of sense unless you have these frameworks to make sense of them. The main way we get students to apply these concepts to actual managerial decision making is through the term paper. The term paper asks students to pick an intractable problem, one that is usually sustainability based, and they're asked to design 3 businesses, 3 policies, and 3 NGO models that might solve that problem. Once they've developed these solutions, then they're asked to select a set of criteria that they will put all of these solutions through in order to evaluate which one is the best. So these can be things like political feasibility, ROI, and so they'll be able to run a little tournament to figure out which sector is the best at solving that problem. And the final part of the paper, and the one that I get really excited about, is that we ask the students to consider an intersectoral solution, one that might have bits and pieces from all of the different sectors. And the hope is that by taking an intersectoral view, a whole strategic systems view of the problem, they can dislodge some of the intractability that was associated with the problem they took on in the first place. By the end of the course, I hope that the students can gain 3 main learning outcomes. The first is that they understand the interdependent relationship between business and government. The second is that they can use the concept of market failure and all the other concepts they get in the toolbox to thrive within that relationship. And the third is that they are able to gain the ability to solve problems that other business people can't solve because they know to look intersectorally for possibilities that others can't see. In the end, I hope this class can help business students understand how they can create not just private value, but public value as well.